Hey, what's happening, everyone? Just another update. Been pretty busy, as you can see. I got the whole room painted here. Got these new LED lights, which are actually they're called bay lights. They're meant for like large shops and stuff, and they really do a good job at lighting this place up. That's just two, and you can see how bright it is in here. So the other thing, as you can see, I've started on the layout. So this bottom section, which is the wider piece, that's going to be the HO standard gauge. And then it'll loop around the edge, and then it'll actually be on the lower half here, and it'll be a smaller shelf. And then this upper shelf is going to be SN3, which I've now decided I'm going to convert to. So then the SN3 will run around the top, and then it'll have a wider piece up here. So this is actually going to be Chama, I've decided. And then the upper deck over here will just be, random running scenes and so on. So I've this whole thing is all plywood instead of using strip wood, not strip wood, but dimensional lumber. I just bought sheets of plywood and ripped them down to, these are 4 inches, and then the upper deck is about 3.5. And then it's just gusseted down below. And then the back is just screwed into the wall. And I actually had to put spacers along the back there because the wall is, not even and warping out. But now that it's mounted in there, it is rock solid. So you can see this is kind of like a general idea of how it's going to be laid out. The shop will be down here and then coming into the town. And I think I'm going to mount all the buildings up front, all the stores, and then back here will be the main line, and then like a big yard so I can actually just store together trains. And then it'll loop around this section here, and then right here there'll be a double, actually I think it's going to be a swing gate if I can get that to work right. And then they'll both be attached, so once you open one, it'll just swing out. I should probably swing in. That way you can come in and out easy. And then where the garage is, I'm just going to leave that all the way across fixed and then just duck under. Because this is actually higher than it was at my old house. I believe this is about 46 inches. And then that's about, I guess that would be at least like 60 inches. So it's a little high. It's a little higher than I wanted for the SN3, but given the requirements I have in here, I've got all these plugs and other stuff that I had this problem on my last layout where these plugs are behind, and it was just a pain, and I'm not doing that again. So I decided to go a little bit higher. Plus I've got other stuff in here like my laser and other stuff I needed the extra height for. So I actually bought a folding platform, so that thing kicks out and gives you like another probably 2 feet, about 1.5 feet up. So anytime I'm working on that and doing stuff, I use that, and it actually works out really well, plus getting into the cabinets here. So some of the projects I've been working on, I've actually had this one done for a while. It's a HO3 Scenic or Silver Vista, completely scratch built. This I used the laser and 1/16 acrylic and cut it all out, and it was a real pain just doing the design, getting that roof right. And then I just used all the Archer rivet details, and it's only got half an interior. I just got the seats for it the other day. but I may be passing it on to someone else. Someone else has already told me they want to buy it, so I'll just give them the seats and they can finish the interior. But all the glass, everything's in it, as you can see. So now that I've decided I'm going to be converting to SN3, and I really like the Silver Vista car, so I decided to make one in SN3. And this time I actually used styrene, and this was, I believe, 10 or 15,000 styrene, and I just double stacked it and laminated it. And then the top is just a single, so I mean, you can still flex it, but it's actually pretty strong. And then the bottom side I haven't completed yet. So I'm just waiting on, I ran out of wire, and all the local hobby shops are closed. So I can't get any, so I ordered it on eBay. It should be here in the next couple days, but it's turning out pretty good. And then I'm gonna prime it probably next couple days, and then that'll tell me if I need to fix anything else as far as sanding and filling. And then once I do that, then I can put all the Archer rivet details on. And then I still need to put the brake wheel and stuff down below. And then I also need to get the some brake hardware and other stuff for underneath. And then these are just the PBL trucks that I got from a friend. The other thing I got was a PBL reefer. So this one, they come pre-painted, which I think is more of a pain in the ass than actually just painting it myself. But the whole bottom side is not painted, so you got to mask all that off and paint it along with the trucks. And then all like the grab irons, all that stuff is metal grab irons, so you got to paint all that afterward. I actually airbrushed it if you do this yourself, and it's a PBL kit. The true color oxide brown is almost a dead match. You can see a little variance, but I think that's just because one's gloss and one's kind of flat or matte. So I'm going to weather this one anyway, so it'll blend all in. And then I just need to get a yellow to match all this. I may do that later today or tonight. Then moving on the engines, here's that original K-27 that I showed in my last update that I just had painted with the scale coat. So now it's all weathered. The only thing I still need to do is I need to add the glass, the cab glass, and then I got a crew for it, and then the coal load. But other than that, it had a short, and it was actually 2 shorts. Luckily, a friend here, local, has got a layout, so we went and ran it, and it just had nothing but problems. So it turns out the tender, the wheels were, I think it was the wheels in the truck were arcing out, and then also the drawbar between the two was arcing out. So I actually made a new drawbar out of 16th acrylic laser cut, and goes between there. And that was the main thing, because every time it would move or flex, that drawbar would short out, and then it would cause the model to short. So hopefully that should be the end of all the shorts, but so that's all pretty much done. And then bought this is a PBL K-27. It's the hybrid series, and I bought it secondhand through a friend. It doesn't have sound or DCC, so tomorrow I should get my decoder and keep alive, and then going to be installing that. This one actually comes with 2 tenders, so it's got the Combres and Toltec tender. So this one I may have to install the decoder in the boiler. I've never done that before, so that way I can just have a speaker in the tender and then swap between the 2 tenders if I want. Because otherwise, that if I install all electronics in this one, it becomes the permanent tender now, unless I buy 2 decoders, which I don't want to do. It's another $150 just to swap out tender. So I'm going to try that. That would only leave me 3 wires. So it'd be a 2-speaker and then the ground wire. So, and it seems like there should be enough room, because on this one, there was a fair amount of room in the boiler. So we'll see. So the other thing too, I was going to let people know is that I am selling all my HON3. So I have a ton of HON3. I also have all my HON3 buildings. They're all built, ready to go. If anyone's interested, they can send or just post a comment that they're interested. I could either do it through eBay or through the site. So here's another one of the buildings. And then all my fair amount of my locomotives and rolling stock, a couple, or someone's already said that they want certain items. So I have a Blackstone K-27 and a another brass K-27 that would be for sale, and pretty much a lot of the rolling stock. So yeah, if you're like, again, if you're interested in it, just post a message and I'll tell you how to get a hold of me. Anyways, that's about it. So I'm going to be continuing to build. I'm probably going to start going this way, and then I'll start on here, but probably won't be till next weekend or so when I get all that done. I've also got another PBL boxcar kit coming in, so I'll be building that, and that's in Sn3, and a bunch of just small other little things coming in. So anyways, if you have any questions, just post them below.